Hi, I'm Gordon, and today I'm getting a coffee at Acid Bakehouse in Madrid. Acid opened their first cafe in 2017 on Calle Veronica, with the name inspired by acidic coffees from Scandinavia, and today operates 2 further shops in Madrid, plus 2 in Berlin. For this review, I visited the Acid Bakehouse on Calle de la Magdalena, which, as the name suggests, produces the baked goods for all Madrid branches, while also operating as a coffee shop. The bakehouse is easy to spot from the outside with its bold red paint, a colour scheme that continues indoors to dramatic effect. The floor and the walls to countertop height, not to mention much of the bench seating around it, are all solid red, looking almost like a movie set. Last Jedi, eat your heart out. The long countertop dominates the length of the cafe, proudly displaying the baked goods. Now, when we visited in the late afternoon, most had already been sold, leaving a few good-looking sourdough loaves and a selection of cinnamon rolls. Both get great reviews, so be sure to arrive at least a little bit peckish. Meanwhile, if you're curious, you can peek into the bakery near the back. Most of the seating is located on the far end of the cafe, with benches along the sides and a scattering of stools around small round tables. It had quite a buzzy vibe when I visited in the late afternoon and is open until 8 PM every day. I think a lot of the customers were starting their evening rather than heading home for the day. I believe Acid Cafe was one of the first in Spain to serve beans from La Cabra, a respected Danish roaster, and today continues to concentrate on Scandinavian suppliers. When I visited, the retail section included Coffee Collective from Copenhagen and Mock from Brussels. Checking their Instagram shows new guests every month, including Swirl and Quo from Sweden and Tanat from Paris. All very respectable stuff. Hand brews and a batch were on the menu, but when I visited the bakehouse, they were only offering espresso-based drinks and only made with Brazilian beans from Mock, so not the style or region that I normally look for, nor the acidity that the cafe's named after, but still very drinkable, especially if you have more traditional tastes. We also tried one of the cinnamon rolls, which was pretty good, although I'd really like to return earlier in the day to give the fresh baked goods a better shot, while also hopefully trying some of the other beans which inspired the name. Now, some reviews, especially from tourists it has to be said, have described the service as being a little bit abrupt at times, although I'd say it's more brisk and efficient than rude. That said, it didn't really feel like the kind of place to have a nice long chat about single origins and experimental fermentations, nor to hang around for any length of time. This did feel slightly at odds with a cafe that takes such care in their choice of beans, so I suspect the actual branch and the time of day that you visit will have an impact. I'd love to hear if you've been to Acid and what kind of experience you've had there, especially if you've been to one of the other branches. Personally speaking, I preferred Ola with their friendlier service and greater choice of brews, but I do know that Acid Bakehouse is very popular and the interior is certainly striking. If you enjoy these reviews, please do check out some of my others from around Europe and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.